Business with a servant's heart. Welcome to the podcast. Inspiration, motivation takes. Listen to the podcast. We're all about to talk about life. Our guests will share their life story. We want you to success in life and business. We're ready and we will start shortly. We're gonna talk about life. We're going to speak on business. You're gonna shine bright. We are going to witness. Business with a servant's heart. With hosts Steve, Ramona, and Ray. Inspiration, education talks. Listen to the podcast.
Welcome, everyone, to Doing Business with a Servant's Heart podcast. Doing business and life with a purpose, serving others, and yes, achieving success. You can serve and be very successful. I'm your host, Steve Ramona. We created this show for you because we want everyone to be motivated, inspired, and educated to make the impact in your world. Yes, I said your world. Let's all change our little worlds to make this big world a better place to live. My guest is going to be incredible today, as I was talking to her before the show. But while you're listening to our show, I want you to think about who you're going to serve today and what impact you're going to create with that service. Let's go out. That's your homework for today for this show. Go out and serve. I want to thank my sponsor, pitchdb.com. Be a guest in over 3 million podcasts. Speak at over 11,000 conferences and much, much more. Build your thought leader platform with incredible opportunities to show who you really are. With that being said, as you know, serving and impact are my big buzzwords. We're going to dive deep impact into your soul. So open up your heart, open up your chest, and open up your ears especially, and learn and get educated, inspired by my guest, Jennifer, today. Welcome, Jennifer.
Thank you so much. I'm so honored to be here.
After talking to you, getting to know you a little bit, which I love doing before the show, I'm excited. I want to jump into balance because I think that's a big part of what you do. That's not talked about a lot in business and life. Talk about balance.
Yeah, I mean, I call that, some people call it balance. I mean, I do call it balance, but that's how you create flow, right? If there's not an even giving and receiving circle, you're going to create disharmony and imbalance in your system, your world, and everything else. What I loved, what you said about the beginning was, yes, your world. I talk to so many spiritual entrepreneurs and they're like, I want to help the world. And I'm like, yeah, start with you, because you change everything versus trying to help everyone all at once. I think balance is really about, and it's not about tit for tat or if I give and I get or receive. It's really about truly knowing and experience. As you give, so do you receive. And I think a lot of people are giving in the hopes of receiving, and they don't have that solidness of, this is going to come back to me tenfold, because that's the law, right? And so it allows them to give freely and be in balance and harmony with themselves, their lives, and that creates flow.
I love that you said that, because I give without even thinking about it. I just got off a call earlier. It's not about me, but reiterate what you said. I got off, done with the call. She's like, oh my God, it's one of the best calls. You never pitched me on anything. I said, I'm never gonna. We're going to talk about and build that relationship. But I want to talk about the soul in regards to balance and harmony, because that's deep. I know we talk about mindset and conscious and unconscious, super important. But dive us into the soul a little deeper.
Yeah, your soul, your essential nature knows everything it needs to know to put you in harmony and balance. And when you make decisions based on that, and an easy way to do that is to ask yourself, if I knew I was whole and complete, what would I say and what would I do here? When you make decisions based on your soul, that is going to create natural harmony, natural grace, profound success in business, and it's going to allow you to know that you're being loved, supported, and provided for. And most people think they know that, but they are kind of in their head about that. But when you tune into your soul and go, okay, what should I say here? What should I do here? It allows you to tap into the wisdom and a lot of knowledge that the human brain isn't aware of. But people need a process for that, right? They need kind of a way to trick, and I mean that with the most of compliments, trick their mind into following their heart. And so by having a connection process that allows for that easy listening to your soul, or people will go, am I really hearing my soul? What if that's my ego? And here's the thing. Everything your ego says is part of listening to your soul. It's just at a very different level, right? It's gone through a lot of pain and programming. And I'll explain that in a very tangible way. When I first started my business, I heard success, like you are here to teach people how to be successful. Okay. Now I've been doing this since 2008, asking the same question, which is, what am I here to guide people, teach, offer? And what it really is about connection. Same thing, just different levels. And so when you have a process to be like directly chatting with your soul instead of auto text correcting, it creates more profound success.
I work with a lot of entrepreneurs, and indecision's a big issue problem, but it is a struggle for them. And I think it's the way, make a decision no matter what it is. If you're right or wrong, you can fix it. So the soul sounds like the corrector for my decision. You know, I got to make this decision instead of going out to 5 of my best friends going, should I buy this home? You're telling me use the tool of my soul to help make that decision even more.
Yeah, because your 5 friends are making that decision for you based on their own experiences, pain, beliefs, right? I call that doing life by jury, right? By the time you get done and you're sitting down at your kitchen table going, okay, so Joe said this and Steve said this and, you know, Hope said that. And you're like, I don't know what I feel or think. You know, the easiest way to answer or get a decision is a full body yes. So when you tune into a question, if your body says yes, then you move forward in that action. If it's you don't get a yes, it's a no, and you don't have to figure it out. But I think so often we are making decisions based on what ifs, not enough, and our history and our pain. Our soul is going to really make that decision based on knowing what is in our greatest good and based on profound goodness and wanting to experience abundance and joy.
So you'll support me as your client to understand what my soul is. So when I go make that decision and other things, I can tap into that soul and go, it's this. It makes the yes easier.
Yeah. And it also makes trust easier, right? Because in any decision, you need trust. And I think people get trust kind of wonky. You know, most people think, okay, I'm going to trust. And if I'm trusting, then the answer is exactly going to be what I want. The outcome is going to be what I want. And trust really is about a participation, knowing that you're going to be safe no matter what happens. And when you have that, you go, oh, okay, so I can make a decision here and know that whatever the outcome is, I am going to be truly safe. So yeah, and it's a practice and it's a muscle, and you don't go starting this process with a huge decision like buying a house, right? You start off small so you can build that muscle and build that kind of rapport with yourself rather than jumping into the deep end of the ocean. That's not the best of ideas.
I like that. So go like, do I eat an apple and orange for lunch today?
Yeah.
Super simple. Either one's not going to affect your life too much,
Right.
but practice. And I love that you practice. It sounds like a skill set, like serving is. Serving is a skill, like gratitude, like all the skills that you're your communication skills. So let's, because you teach us, give us a tool that you teach. I don't give you all the secret sauce, but give us one tool that works really well for me and the audience can go, I'm tapping into my soul right now.
I love it. So I also use our body, we call that divine intelligence, to shift things. It looks like it's going to storm over here. To shift things, right? So your body doesn't have free will. It's your mind and soul. So your body can put us in a consciousness, even if you've never felt that. So you want to play along?
Let's play.
Okay. So close your eyes. And I want you just to tune into your heart for a moment. And just ask your heart, your soul, where in your body you might be feeling a little not enough.
Okay.
Okay. So we're going to clear that so you can make decisions from a bigger place of enoughness. Okay.
Okay.
So we're going to use your body to activate. This is not affirm. This is an activation. So we're really changing the cellular memory. So you're in more enough. So repeat after me. Divine intelligence.
Divine intelligence.
Activate
Activate
the knowing and the feeling
the knowing and the feeling
that I am enough.
that I'm enough.
And just tell me what you notice.
I feel more in my fingers and my toes.
Yeah, you're more in your body too.
Yeah.
And it's harder to manifest when you're not in your body. And
Interesting.
in order to be of service, true service, and I'm a master service, right? In order to be of true service, you have to serve from a place of peace and joy, right? That is really the servant's heart. If you're serving from a place of doing, I must, it's an obligation, right? That is also going to have repercussions in your life and not in a good way. So we need to keep checking in with ourselves and making sure that we're in the consciousness of the solution. So if I was going off to do some, a service tonight, and I was like, I'm cranky, I'm not enough, blah, 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 I'm in a bad mood, I would first realign my energy and then go into service versus bringing all of the icky sticky to my service game.
Man, I'm loving this. This is exactly what I do. You're speaking about me, which I love because I've got great results and I'm supporting so many people. So how does this work? And as I'm thinking, as you were talking, I'm driving down the road rage. I don't have it. Well, we all think we do.
We all get a little of it.
Yeah. So a little road rage happens. I'm out of balance with my soul. Do I use some of these techniques that you'll teach me that when I jump into a meeting where I want to be of service, because I don't want to, drive to a meeting, I have road rage,
right?
Then I'm sitting there upset, pissed, all those words, and walking in with that energy.
Yeah.
So you'll help me get out of that.
Yeah, well, let's talk about the road rage for a moment, because I think it's actually a perfect example. So in that case, and I've done this, okay, I've gotten the road rage and I had to pause and go, why am I so mad? Right? Why am I so mad? And usually it's because I have that warrior nature and I'm like, that guy is going to hurt someone, right? He's got to stop. I'm taking responsibility for that guy's actions, right? So the first step when you have a conflict within you, you want to know why you're having that conflict, because 9 out of 10 times it's really not about the moment. It's about some past experience or some recurring pattern, right? After you work that out, then you can activate divine intelligence, activate love, compassion, joy, courage, enoughness, whatever you want. But you also want to not do spiritual bypass. So you want to go, okay, from this moment forward, when that comes up again, how do I want to think? How do I want to feel? What do I want? How do I want to respond to this moment? Because 9 out of 10 times after a person has that road rage, they feel really crappy about themselves. Right? And that's what they're bringing into their meeting. They're bringing the crappiness into their meeting. Like, I am not enough, right? Instead of like, I'm enough, you're enough. And so there's only 3 major limiting beliefs. You believe you're unworthy, you believe love is conditional, or you believe that you are unworthy of love. And all of the fear and all of the patterns come back to one of those 3. And in those cases, I'm like, oh, here it is again, Jen. You believe that you're unworthy. And I pause and I activate worthiness, or I tune into my soul and go, okay, remind me that I'm just worthy because I'm breathing. Remind me that I'm worthy because I'm here on this planet and I'm a soul, versus having to do something or be something, right? I think we've been taught that worthiness is a thing you check off. It's a thing that you get at the supermarket, right? It's not, it's an innate right. And so I'm always bringing myself back to those big truths.
It's incredible. Oh my God, you're a blessing. Because what I'm thinking as I work with entrepreneurs, I'm going, you've had road rage or you have a bad day, crappy. I love that word. You have a crappy something. Go out and serve somebody. That's kind of a tool I teach. Right. It might be calling your best friend you haven't talked to in months, or, whatever that may be, money homeless, whatever, just serve somebody. Am I getting online there with my soul as well to bring it back?
Yeah, because you're taking yourself out of the consciousness of the problem and you're putting yourself in the consciousness of the solution. So when I work with entrepreneurs, I go, okay, are you putting all that, as your words say, crappiness into your business? Your business doesn't have free will. It operates on what you put into it. It's like Play-Doh, right? So if I'm putting crappiness into that Play-Doh, it's going to produce crappiness versus consciousness. So I'm always going, okay, so what are you putting into your business in the form of energy? And, because I work with spiritually led entrepreneurs who are masters of service, they're all about serving. And yet that's great, but we need to be careful that we're completing that
Yeah.
other, end, because if you're serving and not receiving, then you can't serve because you're literally starving, right? And the soul can't evolve unless those everyday needs are taken care of. And so I always go, okay, let's talk about what you're offering. I remember when I first started, I was talking to this woman and she's like, I want blah, blah. I was like, oh, you know what? You could talk to Steve and you can talk to Tom and John. And oh, Mary's really good at this. And she goes, I don't think you understand. I'd like to hire you. Like, I was so of service that I didn't even include myself in that option. And so I want to ask everyone, as they're serving and they're not including themselves, why? What's the reason behind it? Because if it's not good enough, then you're going to slowly move into servitude, and that does not help anyone. That creates codependence.
I just had a guest on that talked about servant heart to servitude, completely different attitudes,
Yeah.
and don't fall in the servitude. And it's interesting what you just, she's brilliant, audience. I'm going to blow this thing up because I did exactly what you did for 15 years.
Yeah.
I've done millions of dollars of deals and never received. Till one guy who made $250 million said, here's your problem, Steve. You're giving, you never received. And he said he made people takers. And that's what you're saying. But also your soul is like, it's not being replenished.
Right.
And you
So
die.
here's the thing, Steve. Why don't you just go to the universe? Hey, I'm calling in the IOUs. All of that money that didn't, it's going to come back to you tenfold, and just watch it. Set that intention and watch it happen, which that's kind of a fun game, right? I think we tend to make everything so life and death, and it's really not. It's a giant game of energy and how you want to play it. And remembering that if I believe I'm whole and complete, then I have to treat you like you're whole and complete. And I think that's really important for people who are serving, especially serving people who might not be on the same financial level as them or on the same playing field of education, and really knowing, okay, we're all the same. How do I really want to lift this person up and really provide them with tools that support them forever, not just a sandwich?
This is how the universe works, audience. I just met Jennifer today. Our energy synergies are connecting because I just received a message this morning. I thought Steve was too big for, and I'm paraphrasing, and it was a testimonial. And he's not, even though he's got all this success, he's actually helping me and giving his time freely to me, which I think is the best testimonial in the world from a servant's heart.
Yeah.
Let's flip it.
Yeah.
This is the thing, and I'd love to get your advice on this. As a servant, you get those takers, you get the negativity energy, negativity.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boy, speak negative energy.
Yeah.
How's a servant heart supposed to handle that?
Oh, I got a great tip. Okay. So I pick my clients based on Peanuts characters. I tune in and I go, okay, what Peanuts character is this person energetically wise? My people are Linus's and Sally's. Okay. I don't work with a Charlie Brown because that's victim energy and I just want to eat Charlie Brown for breakfast, right? I don't work with Woodstock because they can, tend to be a little crazy energetically. I don't do that. I used to work with Lucy's. Now, Lucy's are the takers. Lucy will appear like a Sally and Linus, but at any point she's going to pull the football. And she does usually. So you just tune in and go, what Peanuts character is this person? And if they're a Lucy or something that doesn't resonate with you, you thank them and you release them. And the more you do that, the more you will find community who are in flow with you. It's an even exchange of goodness, or you give a little more and it comes something differently, right? That allows you to do something huge versus wasting your time. And I really truly mean wasting your time with someone who is never going to move on or move up energetically or improve.
So
And
you're
that's fine.
saying,
they have a place, but they're not in my house.
yeah,
So to
and
speak.
that's a servant's heart.
Yeah.
We're saying no here, but maybe I even help you get there. Maybe I introduce, but right here, and that's you business owners with employees, same thing. You're helping yourself and them. It's not a one-way, it's a two-way street. Hey, you're not a fit. I think there's a better place. I love this. And what's interesting when you say no, the universal energy is positive, right?
Yeah. It brings you something. Here's the perfect example. I'm sorry, the door just like, boom. I had a client who I fired in mid-sentence. I said, I don't think I can help you. And she goes, what do you mean? And I go, I'm going to return all of your money. Even though we've been working together for 2 months, I'm going to return all of your money. And I go, boop, boop, boop. It's already done. I already sent it. She's like, well, I don't understand. I was like, I just don't think I can support you or help you. I think you need someone else, because she was going to pull the football. She was starting to blame me for her lack of movement or lack of moving that needle. And I used to have this friend. I still have a friend, but about 20 years ago, okay, it's longer than that, she would go and volunteer on the suicide hotline. And I learned the most important thing from her. On suicide hotline, if someone's abusing you, cursing at you, yelling at you, you say, I'm going to have to end the call now. Even if they're threatening to jump, you say, I'm going to have to end the call now. Because when you're dealing with crisis and that energy comes up, that is energy that you cannot support or help. And it will drain the life out of the volunteer. And the next time you get on the phone with a person who really needs your help, you don't have enough bandwidth to help that person.
That's a heck of a story, because you're talking of potential somebody, dying by suicide.
Right.
Because of your actions. But again, you can only control what you can control, is kind of what you're telling me.
Right.
Telling us. Yeah.
Right. You can only respond to the world. You can't respond for the world.
That's a powerful message. Jennifer, that's amazing. Oh my gosh. Time had flown here. We're running out of time here. But I want to talk about your podcast. What's the name of your podcast, and what are you doing on your podcast?
It's called Ask and Answered by Soul. It's a down and dirty 15-minute. I ask 3 questions throughout a conversational with a guest. What has your soul shared with you throughout your lifetime? What big questions are you asking yourself now? And I'm going to ask the last question to you in a moment. Okay. But we talk about a topic, and it's really fun and energetic, and I ask really good questions. So there's a lot of meat in 15 minutes. And the last question I ask every guest is, if you were a magnet, and whatever you call your higher powers refrigerator, what would your magnet say?
Serving before selling.
Nice. I love that.
I got a second one. Transformational, not transactional. So I've got a number of them, but that's, you just gave me a good idea on live audience, recorded audience. I'm going to actually start making some magnets.
I love them. We have magnets over here. My magnet is be the Borg of goodness. Resistance is futile.
Oh my gosh, a little Star Wars. Am I hearing it right? A little
Star Wars. Star Trek. Yes.
I know I don't know as well as you do it, obviously. I'm going to ask you a quick personal question.
Yeah.
What does a Friday night look for Jennifer?
Well, normally it's my boyfriend comes home. We make a great meal. We watch a little TV, and then we go to sleep. Sometimes it's going down the street to a friend of mine who they host a fire. Sometimes it's hanging out with my best friend. Sometimes it's, crawling into bed after a long day. It's really different. And that's what I love about my life. I love the opportunity of, because I run my own business, I have such freedom to go, here's what I want to do. Here's what I don't want to do. And, I have a product with every client called Intuitive 911, so they can call me at any time. And I've taken calls at 3 o'clock in the morning. They get my high squeaky voice, but I do. Right. And so once in a while on a Friday night, I'm talking to a client, and that's acceptable to me.
Love it. That's why I love that question. It can go so many ways. And
Mm,
by the way, I feel breaking bread's a great way to get in somebody's soul. Am I
nice.
right? Because you're just,
Yes.
yes, I think
Love
it's
it.
just a great way because everybody
It's
loves food
more
anyway.
like breaking butter and cream at my
Yeah.
house. Because Warner is like he's such a talented cook, and he
Oh
really
my
is a
God.
French inspired cook. So it's more of that, but yeah,
Then I'm going to cheat day. I'm going to come over. I have no idea where she lives now. We'll talk after the show, but I'm coming over with
welcome
some
to.
butter and richness. Absolutely. How can people reach you, Jennifer?
They can look me up at soullanguage.us. I'm on all the social media as Jennifer Rizzio or Soul Language Founder, and I answer my own emails, so feel free to ask a question.
And I believe you have something to share with us, with the audience. Or
Sure.
did you?
Yeah, well, I don't know what I sent you, but I'm just going to offer I'm really bad at that, Steve. I write things and then I forget. I can offer everyone a discovery session where one of your
Yes.
soul languages will be identified. It's my gift for you. It says 15 minutes on when you sign up. It's really 30. Don't tell anyone. But come virtually, and let's get one of your soul languages read so you can start talking to your soul.
Thank you. And 15 minutes can be 50. I love that because you have to go over. It goes 30. You've got it covered. If it's
Yeah.
15 or 10, you can get it done. But I thank you. That's a servant's heart audience. That's what you do. You go out there and do freebies. Freemium is a powerful word in my
Oh,
eyes.
freemium. Oh, I love
Keep that.
that.
Yeah. You talk about text with tech all the time. You have to have freemium with apps and stuff.
Oh, I'm going to steal
So
that and footnote you. I
steal
love
away an
that.
audience. You're more than welcome to steal away any of this. And I want to thank you for watching. Keep in mind this show. I'm blown away because I just met Jennifer and there's so much she gave us. But use the forward and reverse buttons to listen to the part of the show that you resonate with, that changes your mindset, that gets you deeper in your soul, to get you to reach out to her and contact her. We would love for you to watch the whole show. And if you do, great. But if 5 or 6 or 8 minutes of the show change your life, and lets you sleep at night better, or you can help somebody with that, grab it, clip it, do whatever you want with it, and enjoy it. Also, don't forget my TV show, Together We Serve, every Friday at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern. And how about doing business with a servant's heart on your chest, on your head? Buy the hats, the hoodies, the shirts. I want to spread this message, and Jennifer's doing as well with what she does, of the servant heart. I think the more people see it and the more people I talk to about it, it's going to resonate with them. And as always, me and Jennifer, thank you so much for watching and listening to this episode of Doing Business with a Servant's Heart podcast. We see you all in the next episode. Talk to you soon.